What's good, y'all, man? Welcome back to the slums. You already know who it is, man. It's your boy Project Slumlord, king of the slum business, man. Hey, and if you don't know, we got another Black Zack update. But this time this reaction gonna be a little different, cause this video was sent to me by one of my Facebook friends, of a SC blogger called Mickey Truth, and I'm not really familiar with her content too much, other than the video that was sent to me. But she be on it. She definitely do good research. But she was facing a lot of backlash by people in the city because of the way she pretty much presents the information. And you know, other than her bringing us some new information, because they apparently dropped a 24-page another 24-page detailed document or indictment detailing crimes like the airport, who was all in specific characters that took place into the Rico, and who was the shooters and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So let's dive in. Let's, you know what I'm saying, see what we could get from this this new 24-page indictment. So let's go.
A nigga on camera, run off on the plug, new work, new channel. Blow a nigga down, lights out like a candle.
What's up, 210? It's your girl, Mickey Truth, SC's #1 urban blogger and the queen of paperwork. Listen, god dang, Jesus, murder for hire in a song is crazy work. And now you own a murder for hire Rico case. That includes rappers, all types of stuff.
See, this is the kind of stuff that get and I know it's early, but see, we starting off real quick, too early. This is why you only gonna see me react to what people say, and I ain't trying to be the first one breaking no information, because you see how she like used some music lyrics and then try to tie the music and lyrics into the Rico. See, this is the thing that bloggers don't understand when it comes to well, they might understand, but some of them just probably don't care, because it's all for the content. They don't care when it comes to the content. I'm not saying Mickey Truth is one of them. What I'm saying is, this is why they get such a bad rep and be considered police, because they just be doing the police work, right? Yeah, we reading the indictments and stuff, but it's like Blue's Clues. The indictments ain't facts. You get what I'm saying? They still got to be proven in the court, right? So once the indictment come out, people start reading it, and then they start trying to Blue's Clues information, piece things together, and then make content out of it. Subsequently, you doing the police job for them. But this is why I don't be trying to break, you know, stories like that. I'm gonna do the reacting with the information come out. I'm gonna do the reacting. You get what I'm saying, and give my thoughts and opinions. But anyway, I just had to say that because I ain't like how she kind of started it out, and then it's like, y'all seen it. It's like it's police work. You feel me? Low key, it's police behavior.
This is but we gonna get into it, man, because the feds has dropped a 24-page document with updated reveal of some names that went down with Black Zack for this, including rappers, carriers, drug suppliers, Triggerman, all that. Man, let's get into it. Black Zack, aka Zachary Chapman. We got the Quandre Razor, aka Fat Loke, We got Elijah Simmons, aka Lil Eli, Maurice Bynum, aka Reese, Javon Hamilton, aka Skeet, Deron Glover, aka Bebe. Jesus, and two people that we don't know yet. Now, the question is, who are the other two people? Have they just not been picked up yet, or what?
Nah,
Now,
them
this is
niggas
a
telling.
24-page document. Y'all know, hey, I will get bored just sitting here reading everything. So we ain't even gonna do all that. But what we gonna talk about, because I want to highlight this, because
Damn, you can't say that. I just sat there and gave you all the praise. Like, yeah, Mickey Truth be doing her research, and yeah, you did the research, but you got to read all the documents. You feel me? I don't be wanting to read them neither. But if this is what you gonna do, you got to do it. You feel me? I be, you know what I'm saying? Because I need all the facts when I come to react. You get what I'm saying?
y'all street niggas, okay, that been talking on this internet about people talking about open cases. Let's talk about this again. October 14th, way before we knew anything about Black Zach going down. Okay, about what, a week or two before. A grand jury returned a 9-count indictment charging the defendants with a RICO conspiracy, murder for hire, violent crimes, and aid of racketeering, as well as federal gun and robbery charges. As explained in greater detail below, the FBI began investigating this case after a gunfight broke out at the Greenville Spartanburg International Airport when two men attempted to rob a team of drug traffickers who had smuggled suitcases full of marijuana on an inbound flight from California. This robbery and shooting were the, how do you pronounce that? Culmination. Y'all know I don't give a damn. I can't pronounce it. Of a series
Culmination.
of armed robberies that the defendants and their associates committed at and around GSP. In the process of investigating and prosecuting these robberies and the resulting shootout, the government learned that the men who had perpetrated the robbery were part of Dirty Money Entertainment, DME, a Colombia-based drug trafficking organization and violent gang that purports to be a legitimate record label. Hey, again, this answers a lot of questions for y'all niggas that kept saying reading an indictment was supposed to do something. Nah, y'all niggas doing stuff during the open investigation that led to the indictment is the problem. But something that
See, this is my problem, and I don't know why my screen is like I don't know why it's doing that. It might not be mine, but I don't know on my side. I don't know, y'all. But this is my issue. It's like hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get this light together. See, this be my thing, y'all. It's like when you read these indictments, it's like in the system, you know what I'm saying, the world where you're supposed to be innocent till proven guilty. Like like she reading the indictments as if they're guilty, but I'm listening for any reasonable doubt, because when the burden is placed on the jury to be labeled guilty, you got to be guilty within the shadow of a doubt. Like if I could come up with, or if I have a feeling of reasonable doubt, you can't call a person guilty. But again, when you doing this type of content and you not aware of the audience, then you just want the viewership. You just want the content, I say, because When you reading this stuff, you supposed to like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just don't like. I wouldn't read it as if I'm like already saying, assuming this person is already guilty or has done this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna read it, but I'm gonna read it as like, damn, if that did happen, that's crazy. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, but when you reading it and you like putting the pieces to the puzzle together, and then you already convicting. This is why the court of public opinion, you know what I'm saying, is serious. And it really be convicting people without people even really being found guilty. But also, the court of public opinion is just damaging, bro. And it's like when you got a platform and you building the platform and you're not aware of what your voice and your opinions can do to people and how it can affect people, then you know, kind of got a little bit more work to do. And I'm not saying she do, but I'm kind of getting like a poetic Flacco and Tasha K type of vibe from her. So I feel like she kind of influenced by those people. So she, you know, she just, it's just, and then you talk about this type of stuff. See, like those people talk about stuff that ain't in they state or city. They not around them people that they talk about. So it's a sense of security. But when you get to talking about stuff in your own state and city, you got to be careful about, you know what I'm saying, how you present the information. And understand other people's lives are affected and can be affected on both sides. So just be, you know, a little bit more cautious, man. Especially like when you just the assumption of innocence is guilt, especially when, and I don't mean to ramble, but we gotta understand, like this man could be facing the death penalty. You feel me? Like that's serious. That's serious. But let's continue.
It's clarified is this is why this case is being tried in Greenville. Because I was wondering why it wasn't being tried in Columbia, because I was going to pull up to the court. Y'all know I love me a good federal case because no cameras are allowed, so you got to be in there to know. But now it makes sense because this airport situation, that's why Greenville, Spartanburg is hosting it. Damn, y'all. Shootout at the airport is crazy. I don't even remember hearing about nothing like that. Jesus. Okay, but we're going to keep going. Now, the leader of DME is Zachary Chapman, who goes by the name of Black Zach. Over the past 5 years, Chapman has run a lucrative operation purchasing marijuana in California and using DME carriers to traffic the drugs throughout South Carolina. This
I ain't heard nan alleged yet. You got to say allegedly, because allegedly this is what they're saying, but we don't know.
illegal enterprise enabled Chapman to fund an exorbitant lifestyle, driving exotic cars, acquiring hundreds of thousands of dollars in jewelry, and constructing a mansion with cash. They about to come for his properties. God dang it. God dang it. All right. Now, we're going to keep going.
I ain't gonna lie. I remember he built that mansion when he signed his deal. He had just got signed his deal when he built that mansion. But let's continue.
Okay. So it then says Chapman enlisted the Quandre Razor, who went by Fat Loke, and Elijah Simmons, who went by Little Eli, as part of DME. As compensation for signing with DME, Chapman gave Razor and Simmons each a chain with a diamond encrusted medallion bearing a DME logo and their stage names. On September 3rd, 2021, a rival gang member, CW, stole Simmons' DME. Why I keep saying DMA? God damn, I ain't trying to make no new gang shit. In a public display of disrespect to Chapman and his organization. Shortly after, Chapman ordered retaliation, and Razor, Simmons, and Maurice Bynum and other members of associates of DME armed themselves, plowed into a sedan owned by Razor's girlfriend. Fat Loke girlfriend is crazy, and drove to a home where CW and other rival gang members were present. As they drove up to the residence, the defendants and their co-conspirators opened fire with multiple firearms, including AK-47 style and AR-15 pistol. As they fired, Razor accidentally shot his driver.
So you want me to sit here and believe that a rich millionaire got mad because some dude stole one of his artist chains. So he told them to load up in South Carolina now. Now, we all, people that grew up in South Carolina know how Leon Lott is, the sheriff of Columbia, South Carolina. You mean to tell me that Black Zach just told his team, load up in the minivan and go ride on all your ops. Ride down on all my ops. I swear to God on my mama. You mean to tell me that what this millionaire, multi-business owning man said? Or is it possible that street niggas just do what street niggas do? You feel me? Like, cause in my eyes is like, if Zach really is connected to all of this, why is he just now getting locked up? But these dudes done played out to this shit. Why if they already with the court and played out to the airport? Why is Zach just now getting arrested for something that happened back then? And these dudes already went to court and played out. If that makes sense to anybody that's been through the court system or understand the federal court system and is that possible, or even just how police do arresting and whatever, man, let me know in the comment section, because that does not make sense to me at all. But let's continue.
Causing him to crash the car. As rival gang members rushed to return fire, the DME defendants and co-conspirators fled and abandoned multiple weapons that law enforcement later traced back to Chapman's bodyguard.
Traced back to his bodyguard. That does not have nothing to do with him. I know you want to say, oh, well, that's his partner, that's his homie, that's his bodyguard. So it does trace back to him. Right? Which is true. But how does that make him guilty of that crime? Because I know somebody who did a crime. I'm telling y'all, I feel like they trying to use all these these crimes that these other dudes is into to try to get him on whatever they think he got going on. But he ain't got nothing to do with these other little situations. I don't think that's possible. But yeah, the guns traced back to his bodyguard. And you mean to tell me that as a millionaire, he ain't think about that? If this is his plan, his direction, right? He the mastermind. He ain't think about that would trace back to his bodyguards.
Don't let that go over your head, let it sink in.
Come on now. Let's make that make sense.
So let's just pause there. For y'all niggas that's keep talking about people reading documents is gonna do something. They tracing guns back to niggas' bodyguards.
Again, Ms. Mickey Truth, you speaking as if there's guilt there, as if they're already guilty. It's not okay. That's what the street niggas is having a problem with, but that's the disconnection you not really understanding. You speaking from a bias standpoint. You speaking from as if you have an issue with these people and you chose a side and you like you in the middle. So you're reporting this like, yeah, you're reporting the information, but it's like the people that's in the city that's close to these people, they gonna feel away. Cause it's like the way you talking, it's like you talking like, you know what I mean? That's crazy. Innocent until proven guilty in the court of law, not in the court of public opinion. Let's keep going. And the indictment is not factual. Indictment is not a guilty conviction. Right? An indictment is just a storyline that the police came up with that of their investigation that they think is going on, but that still has to be proven in the court of law. So we can't be talking as people in the media giving our opinions and we can't be doing that on certain situations. Now, that's why I chose to react so I could give my opinion. Right? But I ain't breaking no information. You chose to break the information. So you can't really give your opinion unless it's a non-biased opinion. But let's continue.
How we was gonna come up with it? How we was gonna give that to the police? Come on now. Like, make sense. Like, that's crazy, okay? I might have to read this in detail, because, like, I had to get my little, summary, but Jesus, this is getting, oh, niggas, let me see. Jesus. How we was going to come up with it off of reading the indictment? The indictment ain't said nothing about it was going back, it traced it back to the bodyguard. The feds already knew where they was getting their stuff from, people. But anyway, let's get back to it. We just gonna read this one because this is woo. Soon as his drive-by shooting, CW was spotted in Columbia, South Carolina nightclub wearing the stolen chain and medallion, publicly taunting Chapman and DME. At Chapman's direction, Razor and Simmons attempted a second drive-by shooting, targeting CW in the parking lot of a local hotel, but again failed to murder him or recover the chain. Furious at Simmons' repeated failures, Chapman kicked him out of DME and began soliciting a contract killer to murder CW. Like, damn. So again, the indictment was fully redacted, but now this document is filling in the blank.
So now he done kicked the man out and said, F it, I'm going to go pay somebody to unalive the dude who stole your chain. That's what you telling me. That's what you telling me. That he said, I'm gonna kick you out. You got to go. I can't rock with you cause you a sucker and you got your chain snatched. But I'ma still ride for you because you got your chain snatched. Mind you, the guy, right, who snatched the chain is from the same hood. They from the same hood. Like the same neighborhood. Like this 48. You mean to tell me that that's how Zach played it, huh? That's how a multi-millionaire played it, right? Reasonable doubt. Beyond reasonable doubt. You hear me, y'all? Beyond a reasonable doubt. Stop me when I'm lying.
So, as a lot of y'all have been saying on social media, it was little Eli chain. And little Eli was the person that got kicked out. But see, this is my thing, right? And this is why, again, rappers just become the center of court cases because these are upcoming artists. They was on Off the Porch with Black Zach, so they are like they're in the spotlight as artists, and you got them out here allegedly going on drills and doing get back is crazy. You got to have a different team for that because like they already in the spotlight. You got them out here.
I already said that. I said that in my first video.
Driving girlfriends' cars to do drive-bys. Like we don't have tag readers all over Columbia.
Again, but what does that have to do with Zach though? Granted, we're not saying that it didn't happen. But what I'm saying is, what does that have to do with Zach?
Like, come on. We literally got cameras all over Columbia. Like, that made zero sense. Now, unlike other cases I come from other places that I probably ain't been to, I mean, I'm here. It's all over the place. But let's continue. Alright, so boom, 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 boom. Here we go. For this, Chapman turned to Javon Hamilton, a Columbia-era drug dealer. Chapman with lean, a cocktail made with codeine, cough syrup, and soda. First and foremost, how the world they knew Javon was a supplier for Zach is crazy. Now where that detail came from? One of y'all street niggas had to tell that, because how we supposed to know who gave Zach his lean? Like, how we supposed to know that if we ain't in the mix? Anyway, so Hamilton then recruited Dayron Glover, who agreed to kill CW for $10,000. My bad, I'm jumping the gun. For $10,000. All right. So I know it was something put out where it was like 30,000, but so far it's 10.
All right, now keep that 10 in y'all mind now. Now mind y'all, remember I said beyond a reasonable doubt. I done said about 3 to 4 things already. That's a reasonable doubt already, and we ain't even all the way through it. But keep that 10 in your mind. Because apparently the guy that was actually the trigger man agreed 10K to, you know what I'm saying, allegedly do the thing. But let's keep listening.
However, later on in
I'm sorry, y'all, if y'all can't see what the documents is actually saying. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. That's why if y'all see me looking crazy and stuff, I'm trying to figure it out. But I don't know what's going on. This ain't never happened before. But we still here though.
document, we're gonna get to why I keep saying that 50. We're gonna get there. So on October 20th, 2021, Hamilton, who had a pre-existing relationship with CW, he was backdoored, nigga. Damn. Attempted to lure him to an apartment complex in Columbia, South Carolina. Hamilton, Glover, and an associate waited in the parking lot of this apartment complex. Their vehicle was captured on video footage arriving in the parking location. Oh, cameras is real. Okay. Furthermore, Hamilton was wearing an ankle monitor, which documented his presence at the apartment complex, even as his cell phone, which was later recovered, showed him attempting to lure CW to their location and communicating with Chapman about the murder in coded language. However, CW did not appear that night. The next day, Hamilton advised his colleagues that CW had fallen asleep the night before. Oh, ankle monitor on a kill is crazy. It's crazy. That's crazy. Let's keep going.
She ain't lying. That is crazy. But it just ain't gonna make sense. It just, I don't know. Maybe I'm in denial or something. Like, maybe I just don't think that the millionaire would hire a guy who was on an ankle monitor and was on parole or probation to carry out and for H. I'm just sorry. I just don't think that I just don't think that is logically, like, you feel me? And at the end of the day, them text messages in coded language, they could be talking about anything. When the partner is your partner, you're gonna be talking to him regularly, but how you figure it was the thing that he think it is? You get what I'm saying? Like how the police figure that they be trying to interpret lyrics. So coded language and texting. And let's just be honest. What is texting coming from? Now, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it all the way funky, y'all. Give me a second. Let me cook real quick. If any of this phone stuff is going on, and if it's real or true, that might be the only thing that I think or see that could, make the situation hard or jam bro up for real. But it's like I'm not hearing nothing that's like solid, like he for sure on this and did this. So everything's still speculation to me. But these phones, if what they saying about these phones is for real, boy, that's a big motherfucking problem. I'm trying to tell you, you feel me?
Don't let that go over your head, let it sink in.
Oh, my mama.
Undeterred, Glover and an associate returned to the apartment complex the following night so Glover could complete the murder. Hamilton once again acting as the organizer, luring CW to the apartment complex and talking with Glover on the phone as he waited. When CW arrived, Glover approached the vehicle and shot him repeatedly, leaving CW dead in the parking lot. Glover and the associate then drove to Hamilton's location. Hamilton paid Glover in cash and gave him a distinctive Ruger 5.7 pistol, which Chapman provided to replace the gun Glover had used to murder CW.
How do y'all know? It's like they just throwing his name in the mix. Hamilton did it, but Chapman gave it to him, or Chapman told him to do it. This person did it, but Chapman did. He at the direction of Chapman. It's like it's nothing is real substantial. Like I'm not getting no real solid. You know what I mean? Give me something that I feel gonna stick. Like what's up?
Law enforcement later arrested Glover with a gun of the same model and the same distinctive optic that appears in a photo of Chapman's arsenal at a gun range.
Okay, so he got arrested with a similar gun as a gun in the picture. If the gun in the picture, right? Excuse me, y'all. But I'm trying to think. If the gun in the picture was involved in the crime, wouldn't y'all have the ballistics to that? To know that if this gun that y'all arrested, when y'all arrested this guy, y'all got off of him, wouldn't y'all know if that gun was that gun through a ballistics test?
Don't let that go over your head, let it sink in.
So they just told us they got arrested. They arrested a guy who got arrested with let's say I had a Glock. Let's say I had a Glock 45 or Glock 43 or Glock whatever, right? And that might be my favorite gun. I like that gun. But because It's the same model of a gun in the picture. You think, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm tripping. It just ain't connecting for me. They didn't say that this gun is the gun from this gun that was in this picture. They said it seems like the same gun from the picture. And then why we judging it off a picture? You supposed to have the ballistics for that, right? You supposed to have the ballistics.
Now I believe they got the associate too, because the associate was on the news. But they don't say the associate's name in his document. So we gonna wait till it hit. But the news say they arrested another nigga from Aiken. But let's keep going. Various pieces of electronic evidence seized from the cell phones or cloud storage accounts of Chapman, Hamilton, Glover, and CW corroborated the facts described above. Nigga, like they saying they got this shit on cell phone records. They don't need to watch no YouTube video, reading no damn indictment. They got the cell phone records. They show Hamilton coordinating with the associate that recruited Glover, Lauren CW, to the scene of the murder and communicating with Chapman in coded language before and after the murder. Evidence also showed Glover communicating to his girlfriend that he was with the associate the night before the murder when they initially tried to kill CW. Nigga, let me just say this about the girlfriend part, because we just went through this with Alicia Andrews. So one thing about me, when niggas get to talking about shit, I'm out the way. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to know nothing about it. I don't want to be a part of the conversation. Ladies, y'all got to learn to walk away. If your man and his homeboys ain't street enough to know not to talk about business around people that has nothing to do with the business, y'all got to remove yourself, okay? Just don't be part of that conversation, because that's how y'all become witnesses, co-defendants, and all that. I ain't got time for all that. I walk away. I don't care about the business, okay? Because I ain't in the business. So that's just how I feel about it. Let's keep going. All right, what we at? Okay, so
I think respect to her, less of her opinions and more like being that she likes to break like paperwork information, like being having some type of knowledge in like the courts, how that works, and like how arrest works, and like law stuff, like being able to cite codes, and you know what I'm saying, being real informed, and like to, instead of like gossiping about what's going on with us, you bringing the information, like be able to tell us what's the next process in his, or what he should be looking like. You know what I'm saying, like you should be able to give us more, you feel me, like it's my job to do the reaction to what you saying, you feel me, but you like, it's like we gossiping together, you feel me? Like
then Glover viewing news articles about the murder. Why that happens in so many cases? Like y'all just won't just turn on the TV at 6 p.m. It will come up on the news. Like, why is y'all using Google to search news articles like that shit is not gonna be in y'all phone? But if you turn on the TV, okay, turn to WLTS, WIS, watch box, that can't be tracked that you was watching the news at 6 p.m. Like, nigga, why are you looking up articles on your phone? And this happens everywhere, not just in Colombia, y'all. Before y'all get to, oh, Colombia. Now, it happens everywhere, but come on. Like, remember the old block Rico had that. Like, bro, just wait for it to come on the news. I promise you, it's going to come up on the news. I promise you. Or follow the news channels on social media. It will come up. You don't have to search it. Okay? Now, okay, connecting with Hamilton over social media, then unfriending him. I'm sorry. Not you you unfriended the nigga after y'all done went on a drill, y'all should have never been friends to start off with. I mean, all you gotta do is watch first 48 episode and know they gonna look at social media. You shouldn't have never been friends. Why y'all niggas gotta be friends on social media to plan a murder together, allegedly, according to the feds? Like, that's crazy. And for those who not in street stuff, just think about, like, why is you friends with your sneaky link on Facebook? You married or you got in a relationship, but you friends with the person you fucking is wild to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Excuse my language.
That don't even go together. But okay, I got you. I'm picking up what you're putting down just a little bit though.
For my viewers that, I be trying to be better with the cuts. All right, let's keep going. Finally, electronic evidence showed Chapman and Hamilton communicating with each other about the murder, then attempting to delete the messages. Now, that's crazy. The defendants in this case face serious charges, several of which carrying the possibility of the death penalty or mandatory terms of life imprisonment. Moreover, several of the defendants are already serving significant sentences for crimes or are detained on other serious charges. Finally, the government's evidence is strong and there is no condition or combination of conditions that will reasonably ensure the appearance of these defendants or the safety of the community. Yeah, they setting a tone to be like, yeah, nigga, y'all not getting bond. Now, we only made it through 5 pages. I'm already tired of reading, okay? But what we're gonna do, let's just do it like this. Let me go back to the paperwork real quick because they broke it down. Because I was about to go through it on my notes, but we can just do it like this. All right, so these offenses include life imprisonment or the death penalty, okay? And these are the people facing death penalty: Zachary Chapman, Javon Hamilton, Dyron Glover, the people that actually put the hit out, completed the hit, did the hit, was part of the hit. All right, these are maximum terms of 10 years or more in prison. Zachary Chapman. I gotta say their nicknames because I'll be forgetting who is who. Okay, Black Zach, Fat Low, Lil Eli, Maurice Bonham. I forgot what his nickname was. The following defense are charged with committing offense, rebellion, resistance, and detention. All right, that's all of them. All right, law, boom, 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 boom. All right, boom. Let's get into my summary. I'm tired of reading that verbatim. All right, so the criminal enterprise. This is what the feds is saying, that since 2019, DME allegedly trafficked marijuana from California to South Carolina using airports, GSP, LAX, ATL, CLT. Carriers carry bulk cash west and return with drugs coated bulbs, platinum, za, described quality tickets. Drugs proceeds finance luxury cars, jewelry, and a Blythewood mansion with DME branding. Okay, they about to take the house. It's kind of remind me of the Rollo Fed case as far as the drug part of it. Airport robberies and shootout. A string of armed robberies at Greenville Spartanburg Airport in January 2022. Gunfight involving about 50 pounds of marijuana. We talked about that. Ballistics and phone data tied razors on Glock 30 to the scene. Tech show Chapman directing the latest golden razor. Razor is Fat Low. Victims on recorded jail calls identified Fat Low as a robber and Black Zach's artist. So they got jail calls. How the fuck we supposed to know what they was talking about with jail calls? People, for y'all street niggas that's talking about open cases, y'all on fucking jail calls. Drive-by shootings and murder.
You see, that's what I think is the problem right there. I think the Zach problem, he was signing active YNs and not realizing what came with associating. You know, in the court of law, you guilty by association. If that wasn't the case, they wouldn't even brought up or even created or made the Rico. You get what I'm saying? Like, it was just active YNs just doing what YNs do. But again, in my opinion, it's crazy that society pushes that type of, you know what I'm saying, like that YNs gotta be into that culture in order to be successful. You know what I mean? I mean, I've been there, so I know. But that's the way. That's the only way we feel is a way. And guess what? The rewards is there. We see it every day. Cause that's what the rappers say they do. That's what the rappers say they did to get where they at. Everybody ain't got hoop dreams. Everybody can't throw a football. Everybody can't shoot a basketball. Everybody can't hit a baseball. Everybody can't motherfucking run track. You feel me? Like everybody can't do things like that. Everybody ain't smart, book smart to go to school and do, you know what I'm saying, school things. And they don't teach. They don't teach how to work with your hands in school. So by the time these young dudes even get to the point where they can make the decision themselves on what they want to do, to even put themselves in the position to be able to learn how to make money with your hands, meaning getting skills, by that time it's already time to pay bills. The world ain't molding them to be able to be useful and have skills anymore. Because these dudes is getting inactive in these streets when they get 13, 14, middle school. But back when I was growing up, before high school, when I was in middle school and elementary school, we had, you know what I'm saying, like wood class, shop class, stuff like that. We had stuff where you knew you could make money with your hands. You could be creative and build stuff with your hands. Like you resourceful. They even had cooking classes for the girls to learn how to, well, men and women, because we was both in the classes, but that influenced women to be able to cook and men to be able to learn how to cook too and not burn up the house. But they don't have useful stuff like that no more. But this is my point, is this is what they push our culture, you know what I'm saying, our children, and to think is the way we could be successful. Or they could be successful, because when I was a child, this is what I thought. So this it's a culture issue. You feel me? But
Higher. September 21, first attempt. CW stole little Eli DME chain. Chapman order retaliation. Boom, we went over that. Now the contract killing. Say Chapman offered 50 racks to kill CW. So hold on. So if the bounty was 50K,
50 racks to unalive somebody from your hood. Again, mind y'all, the 10, right? We just talked about how the gunman the alleged gunman allegedly agreed to do it for 10. So where the 50 come from? Where the 50 come from?
the killer agreed to do it with 10 for 10. Now, mind you, he had another person with him. So whatever he was gonna get gonna come out that 10. So that means Hamilton came off with 40 just for pulling the strings. Ooh, ooh. All right. Now let's talk about
Now I don't believe that at all. So Black Zach just hated dude so bad. So bad. He hated him more than the dude who got his chain took. He hated him more than the dude who had a problem with him, that he had the issue with. That Zach so shake. He's such a shake individual that he decided to only pay the guy who was gonna actually do it 10, but give the middleman 50. So he put 50 on somebody who probably didn't even have 50 on their own, like 50 in their own, like within themselves.
Don't let that go over your head, let it sink in.
I mean, come on, man. It ain't. Imagine how, if that is true, let's say allegedly that is true. Just imagine how, you know what I mean, probably feel like, oh, I paid 50 and I'm sitting in here, and then I find out the nigga only gave him 10. What was he paying the 50 for? But it just like it's just not making sense, bro. It's not making sense. And somebody please just tell me, am I tripping, y'all? Am I tripping? Or is this all, everything we hearing is all connecting, and it just, like, if you could vividly, you gotta think, if you the jury, you gotta think, this picture that they paint, it has to be vivid. Like, you gotta be able to see it like it's a movie with no plausible doubt or plausible deniability that, dang, I could see this happening. I ain't heard Zach was there. He was with. He nothing. I ain't heard he was there. Did with. He ain't none of that yet. But let's keep going.
Okay, hold on. Who is who? Glover. Who is Glover? Glover is a trigger man. He's currently locked up for a state murder case. I guess they said contract kill. They said that.
So you mean to tell me they had all this information and the actual trigger man is already locked up for a state murder case, but they didn't go pick up Zach? Like, they just now picking him up. And don't the feds supersede the state? So what the hell does that, his state murder case, got to do with the feds?
Don't let that go over your head, let it sink in. Whoop-de-doo.
Whoop-de motherfucker do, gang.
Hamilton got 20 plus year state conviction. 2021 federal 10 year.
So he already convicted for a state murder.
Drill sentence. So Hamilton is the one that got locked up right now. Razor, prior federal sentence, 20 years. God damn. So the fat low.
And all these dudes is already sentenced and doing time. They got all these dudes already. And they just now getting sacked. What? Come on now, dog. Come on now, dog. You gonna tell me this shit makes sense, man? You gonna tell me this shit makes sense?
Dude locked up now. Hold on. What? Damn. Y'all niggas. Hell. Let me see. I ain't even see that boy. Let me see. What's his name? Razor. No wonder he ain't making no music. Shoot. Is he locked up in the Fed? 23 years old. He damn sure is locked up in the Fed.
Everybody that they say is a part of this motherfucking Rico is already in the feds. And they just now picking up Zach. And if we going off what these indictments say, it might be two people telling, but they don't really know too much.
Damn. So he got a 20-year sentence, so he ain't going nowhere anyway. Bynum, who's Bynum? The carrier. 2023 federal marijuana conviction, 6 months. Lil Eli prior SC conviction for robbery, unlawful carrying, domestic violence. Yeah, they definitely gonna keep him. Black Zed said they said only misdemeanors, but alleged organizer and financier, just like y'all.
He don't even have a freaking criminal record, bro. He only got misdemeanors, but he just paid for everything. He ain't got nothing to do with that, but he just paid for it. I'm telling y'all, man. Listen. I don't know much. I don't know too much of nothing, man. Listen, man. But I know when I'm being lied to. Man. Come on, man. Bro, this shit ain't making no sense, man. Come on, man. Y'all trip. Come on, man. I think this is some hip hop, you know what I'm saying? Rundown, shakedown type. You know what I mean? I think this bigger than you know what I mean? There's some industry stuff going on. My conspiracy theory hat coming on, but we ain't gonna put it all the way on. I'm just letting you know that's what I think. It's some hip hop industry shit going on. But what I'm reading right now, what we getting it, man, this weak, bro. This is weak for the feds. This the best thing, the feds. Come on, man.
With the Lil Durk case, they being that he's the money, they're gonna keep him even if he did. So prosecutor asserts that the evidences of women, each defendant is both flight risk and danger to the community, and that detention pending trial is the only safe and lawful option. Now, throughout the paperwork, they do got photos. Let me go back to the document. That's a nutshell, y'all. Like I said, I'm gonna drop the full document on my Patreon. Now they got the photos of the house. So they got the photo of the Blackwood house right there. This is the picture I used on my other video. Didn't even know these niggas was on the damn indictment. So yeah, that's Lil Eli who chain got taken. That's Fat Lope. That's already doing 20 years in the feds at 23. That boy wasn't gonna be no rapper anyway. He was too heavy in the streets. Okay, too heavy in the streets. All right, they got the photos.
You see, it's those type of comments, sugar. That's why you be getting the backlash, man. I don't know. I seen the video when at the you know what I mean. My Facebook friend sent me her Facebook page. I went to her YouTube instead because I like to watch the content on the YouTube. So I seen she was responding to the backlash, but she also was just responding to it through this video. Why she keeps saying you street niggas that keep saying, cause it's people getting on her, cause it's like these type of comments, like you are speaking as if you on the police side. Like, you really truly believe that these people are guilty. You get what I'm saying? It's like, he wasn't gonna be no rapper anyway. He was too heavy in the streets. Like, maybe that's what Zach was trying to do. Maybe that's exactly what he was trying to do. Give him another option. Let him see another way out. Maybe that's all Zach was wrong for. Trying to give, even I just said he was wrong for trying to, in these active YNs, but maybe, just maybe, he was just trying to help him. Maybe he was just trying to show the YNs another way. But motherfuckers is a part of their environment, and until Zach could get them out their environment, what could he do? All he was just, you get what I'm saying? Like, maybe his biggest mistake was trying to show people a better way. You feel me? But they got him painted out, and I've been around them. I'm older than them, and I know it's hard. I used to wear that nigga clothes. He'd let me wear his clothes if I needed to, cause he was fly. He was a fly nigga. I ain't had clothes like that in high school. Nigga, I had a single mom. She worked by 2 jobs. You feel me? I was struggling. You feel me? I was broke. But bro would let me wear his clothes, sneakers. You know what I'm saying? Days I'm going to school and the nigga whole fit. You feel me? I know how good his heart is. You feel me? Like, maybe it was his mistake. And sometimes being the nigga with the opportunities and coming from places where we come from, you feel me? Things like mistakes happen, but I ain't saying he got nothing to do with none of the things that they saying he got nothing to do with. What I'm saying is, maybe his biggest mistake was trying to, show active YNs another way.
The drugs and stuff in the shoes, all that. Come on, how we gonna give no information on some shit? Reading an indictment in October, and they got all this already. Come on, y'all niggas need to do better. Boom. What's this? Trafficking at the airport. They got them going in and out the car. This from January 26, 2022. Y'all worrying about reading the paperwork in 2025. Chapman takes Razor and another DME associate. I ain't come up with this plan for y'all to do the same shit everybody else doing. Turning this shit to Cali. The man just told me he know how we got it, and all y'all niggas gonna keep running y'all mouth. I got somebody else to do the shit. Bro, that's what they saying they got in text form.
That don't sound like that sound like they could be talking about anything, and it don't sound like him owning the trucking business. Like, that sound like he could be talking about his truckers sending his loads, like drivers, like, you know what I'm saying, the niggas that's driving. Like, they could be assuming that that's what that is. He could be, he owns properties. Like, that could be fucking. He could be talking about anything. Like, I don't know. But again, it's like DME associates doing this, and all Zach did was text. So again, this is all his associates is doing shit, but because he texting them, he jammed up in the Rico. That's crazy.
Immediately after the January 2022 robbery, the victim sent Razor a text message saying, "Gang, you just took that from me?" Razor replied with serious of omissions, lies, and attempted explanation to limit the fallout from the robbery of the victim, who was a member of a gang allied with DME. Razor then said that some
Oh, this the this the robbery that they was talking about when they said this the robbery they talk about when they said black his team robbed somebody, or his associates, like his crew members, robbed somebody, and Black Zach told them to go take it back. Within that statement alone proves in itself he didn't know that it was happening, and he don't have nothing to do with what these people be doing, because clearly he don't got no control over what they doing if he got to tell them, man, take that back. You get what I'm saying? Like, he a gang member. But he's trying to tell them to take back whatever they took. But they trying to associate this like they got that off Zach. Off from the airport and all this. You see how like they conflating all this, these multiple situations, and trying to piece it together as if it's a story. It's not really connecting though. But let's continue.
individual put a tracker on my bitch car and told me I was a dead man if I ain't do it. They confirmed that was a lie. They keep going. Say probably not fucked up the jug. Razor responded to Chapman's admonishment. If you want me to give them back, I'll give them back, bruh. Chapman replied, that ain't gonna change nothing. I'll explain later. So these niggas was having full-on conversations and stuff. Then it says here, a few hours after the 2022 robbery, the victim made a recorded jail call to an inmate and recounted the robbery, saying, shit, I got robbed like 20 bags. The victim then identified Razor. When you get off the phone, when you get off the plane, nigga, you ain't got no guns or nothing, bruh. So he followed me from the airport. I was in the back seat, goddamn, looking at my phone. I look up, I got a talk and a Glock in my face. Yeah, bruh, it's one of Black's artists. They talk this on a jail phone call. Like, listen, every city, I say the same stuff.
Okay, so they got the story of a op, or the dude that allegedly got robbed. They got him talking about the robbery. On the jail phone. But he didn't say Zach did it. He said it was one of Zach artists. Now, maybe he don't know, or the dude he on the phone with don't know who Zach artist is or his name. But the only way he could describe him or even say who he is without saying the name, especially on the jail phone, is by saying one of Zach artists. But again, it's supposedly the situation where Zach told the dude to give it back. But again, let's keep going.
Just my first time saying stuff as far as South Carolina. Y'all do crazy shit as street niggas. Y'all, like, when they say this call is being monitored and recorded, it's not just for the fuck up. It's literally being monitored and recorded. So when all this play out, we gonna hear all this shit on the phone calls and all that. Like, doing too much. Like, them niggas should have been in the booth making music. Instead, they robbing niggas. Look at this. Look at this. Let me go back to the paperwork. Just look at it. Like, the pictures of the shootout, the drive-by with CW. Like, come on. They got all types of stuff. They got people, doggone, come on. Come on. What y'all worrying about somebody reading an indictment? They got all this. What we talking about? Like, come on, what we talking about? Then this.
Well, read it. You supposed to be reading it. That's what we here for. You just scrolling down, you like text Chapman, and Chapman reply, I just heard. Hamilton and Chapman repeatedly contacted each other by FaceTime the day after. You know what I'm saying?
This is the kicker. Said that Hamilton takes Black Zach is out. And Chapman replied, I just heard out. Listen, I'm a law-abiding citizen, okay? I'm just saying. Nigga, don't text me shit. I'll cut my TV on at 6 p.m. Like, don't text me shit. When the news put it,
You gotta prove that what he said, it means that what they was talking about, though. Like, how are they gonna prove that that's what they was talking about? It must be proven in the court of law, not public opinion. And this is where we're having the issue, because before it's even proven in the court of law, your public opinion is already solidified. They already guilty according to you. That's the issue.
out at 6 o'clock, you get your money. Other than that, what you let me know for? And if you the middleman, mean I didn't pay you your money, you shouldn't be contacting me at all, nigga. You'll know if you ain't get the job done, because you will be next. Like, you know, I be watching too much TV. I'm just saying. But anyway, with that being said, y'all, that's the update, man. That's what's going on. Black Zach and others got a long way.
Yeah, and we on that road. We watching that journey, so I'm always bring that content. You feel me? Just understand, I ain't trying to be the first to bring the newest and the newest information. I want to bring the best information and give my opinion on it. So thank y'all for tuning in, man. You already know what time it is, bro. Till next time, man. Love y'all. Be safe. Give God the honor and the glory. Say your prayers tonight and drink you some water. And wake up next morning and be peaceful. Go with peace and be blessed. Till next time, I'm out, y'all.